From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Buffalo Bills. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from New Era Field. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, and they're going to throw without it. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Try again on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Play fake. Mariota. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mariota from the gun on third down. And he's got his target. That's more. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Dancing to his left. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey, slow down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And now running right through it. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. From midfield, here's Allen. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Daniil Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Allen. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's Allen. Open there, right side is cut, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
A toss to Cook, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
No, check, Patriot!
Allen now on first down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the left.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. Boo, 90.
From the gun, Allen. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard.
And carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
I like how Andy just like, yeah, I dunked on this dude, the whole shit went crazy.
Disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
I just play now.
Let's go.
Second down, Mariota. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment.
Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Again, it's Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
So after the INT, it's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen, going to throw again. And he's got it. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Face head.
So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets
so
up
high,
pretty
let
good
the
here
time
at the
run out.
30-yard
Not
line.
going to score before
Out come
halftime.
the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Touchdown, Carolina! A great play And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
And that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I's, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking middle, and that's complete. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing is Allen on third. Looking downfield for Jones. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And whatever adjustments they made at intermission, they're working because the first half they didn't look so hot. Now they seem to be clicking.
And you know me really well, partner. A lot of the time, I like to downplay the idea of adjustments. Maybe it's just they executed better. But in this case, I think you're right on to something. They look so much sharper, so much better. They obviously saw something they needed to change, and they did exactly that.
Change is working right now. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Play action now. Mariota looking for the out route, and he's got more. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Mariota. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mariota. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Mariota. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They come out here in the eye. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down, and they're going to throw without him. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On play action, Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Bills on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
From the gun, it's Allen. And he finds Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's Allen. Shakes off the... But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And the Panthers coming out now. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mariota now on 2nd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now Mariota. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And here come the Bills. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory,
dude who was
why would you change
torching the
anything?
computer. I don't know if he was just getting the green light every shot, bro, but he was pulling up on the niggas.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. He's back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw. He finds Coleman. Corey Coleman. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Corey Coleman, 73 yards. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will take another timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up, and McCaffrey. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now that they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
Yeah, man,
so
that's how all my games go, basically.
Win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener.
Bruh.
And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints.
Yeah, that's the game right there, actually.
For the Bills, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be.
That was a good call. That was funny as hell that you missed that. He did 21-19. I'm sick. Bad. Good.